Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Forgetting my own words. So today I'm going to be reviewing because one, it's blooming hot, and two, oops, it's that outfit. Two, I just fancy a lager because I'm sweating my bejesus off. Tyskie, Polish lager. First time I had a bottle of this was when a friend of mine at work got chatting to this old bloke, Polish bloke as well, funnily enough, who lives in West Bridgford, Nottingham. And she kind of befriended him, and she was that sort of person anyway, Zoe. And we worked together for 4 years, cracking girl. And she befriended him, and he came out all of a sudden with these 2 bottles of Tyskie. I had one, loved it, and then gave one to my mate. So, from Wikipedia, Tyskie is a Polish brand of beer. Its name comes from the brewery located in the Upper Silesia town of Tyskie or whatever. It is brewed by the Tyskie, I don't know, Princely Brewery, part of the Kompania Perovsky Brewery Group, which was acquired by Asahi Group Holdings in 2017. The same Asahi, who also who also obviously acquired Fuller's, so they've obviously got some pennies. Right. Yeah. So, the golden pour, white head, good lacing around the edge. Oh, that is the spot. There's I picked up a radiator and it's hissing in the background. Can you hear that? Bloody annoying. Hopefully it'll go off soon. So anyway, light malt nose. Oh, for God's sake, that's doing my nothing. That's better. Put the cushion on the top of it. Yeah, oh, that's going down a tree. Hot days are made for certain drinks. What's the percentage? 5%, pretty much a standard world premium lager strength. Oh, it's a big bottle as well, isn't it? 650 mils. Oh, we're going to have a long review. And it just so happens I enter the odd Facebook competition. Never really win. Over the years I've won a case of alcohol-free beer. I've won a case of beer from Robinson's. I've won a Shipston's IPA top. I've won a Soul, like a barbecue ice bucket thing. And then today, I've just before I started doing this review, I got a message on Facebook asking me to give a certain brewery a message. And basically, they wanted the name of their new beer. And obviously, at the moment, we're in the new normal. And they've chose it. So they want to send me a box of mixed beers. I was about that for a birthday present. Cracking. Oh, little things in life cheer you up. And sometimes after I've had a shit few weeks, being honest, it's nice to be cheered up. It really is. Oh, that really does hit the spot. Got a different twang to it than normal lagers. Picking out the taste is not easy. But so it's Tyskie Grony Premium Lager. I'm going to write that down. So the heritage of this goes back to 1629. Just reading, see if there's anything interesting. It has got a good aroma to it, you know, pretty much standard across world lagers and premium lagers. But the taste, oh. I mean, they're saying here that it's got an unusual taste to it. I find it a quite nice taste. Yeah, so back to the review. Yeah, I find it quite a nice taste. So, and it's a fair price as well. I think I got it on a 3 for £5 deal. I don't think I bought that much beer. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what prices are what. Always like to refill the wall if I take one off the wall. You know, there's a thing about dressing. So, not only is it my birthday in 2 days' time, and not only have I just come through Father's Day. Father's Day and my birthday are fantastic times of the year for me, because until I started doing these gardens on a regular basis, I would not take money out of the kitty, because obviously, like most people, we're a one person working family. The wife, she looks after both my son, who has autism, but also my grandson. Obviously not at the moment with what's going on, but she's still looking after my son. And so we just struggle along, you know, we're not flush with money at all. And obviously getting a bit of cash for doing gardens helps me, and it's helped me get a stockpile, which is unbelievable at the back of me, on that side, because the camera's not at the right angle. But obviously, like I said, that Father's Day helps me replenish and helps me boost my stockpiles. And then obviously my birthday 3 or 4 days later, or however long it is later, even more so boost whatever I've got. And so yeah, it's great for me at this time of the year. And obviously I'm going to have a few weeks off buying beer, because the stockpiles are absolutely through the roof and then some at the moment. And I'll probably get, I know I've got 25 beers coming on Wednesday, because I was the one who ordered them. All Nottingham, well, East Midlands beers. And then whatever else comes. So, well, the only not beer related thing that I know I'm getting is Command and Conquer. If you know that game, it's been remastered by EA. Let's hope they've done it properly. It's with up-to-date graphics, but the same gameplay, or just tweaking the gameplay, but not over tweaking it to make it too, you know, keeping that great gameplay. Because a lot of the best games, now I run my own gaming website, so I do know a lot about games, but the best games from the olden era just need updating, because there are games that are world-class games that would sell today in massive numbers, that just need up-to-date graphics and maybe a bit more speed, obviously. So it's Monday evening, well, afternoon, not even 4 o'clock yet. And what's not to enjoy about life at the moment? It's funny what a difference the sun makes. And it's funny because I sit in the shade. But just the sun being out, you know, perks you up, makes you happy. And it used to be a thing where I hated the sun being out. Bloody hated it when I worked on the Arboretum in Nottingham, because we got all the hassle in the sun. And the same again at West Bridgeford, we got a lot of hassle when it was sunny on the Fridays that we did Bridgeford Park. the rest of the week it wasn't so bad. There's nothing better than mowing a cemetery in the sunshine, because you're there plodding along with your mower, enjoying life, getting your work done, and it's sunny, and it's something to be said. Although a lot of gardeners just don't really. There's always an easier way of doing things. Quality, you can do quality work easy if you do things in the right way. And I'll give you an example. We took over a cemetery in Rushcliffe Borough, and it's only a little cemetery, but it was a swine to cut. And they'd go in, they'd be strimming away, and strimming is horrible. You know, I hate strimming. It's fucking horrible. You get dog shit, bits and bobs, kills me for hay fever, and I generally hate doing it. So I went in. The first few times we struggled along, 3 of us, nearly a day in there. And we did struggle, and we got it so good in the end because I used weed killer to weed kill. So we couldn't do it to the specifications that you did 20 years ago, where you would make it look like your own garden, but we got it to a state where it looked fantastic compared to the city council cemetery next door that looked bloody awful. There were no weeds on any graves. Every grave was weed killed round in a way that it just looked like you'd edged it off. And we mowed it, and it went from a 3-person job taking nearly a day to a 2-person job that took about 2.5 hours. And that is clever gardening. And you can take that and do it across any garden to make life easy. Oh, so I've got to go in a minute. I've got to upload a couple of reviews, and while I'm uploading I've got to do a bit of news posting, wait for the sun to die down a bit because it's too chuffing hot at the moment, and reply back to a certain brewery, and well, you'll know soon because I'll get a box set off them, and yeah, another little birthday present, and I'm looking forward to that. And I've drank from this brewery before, and they do some good beers, so can't wait. I mean, let's be fair, all of us in life, free is good. Always my motto. So up to 745 subscribers as of last checking. It's funny how it goes up in dribs and drabs. All of a sudden it just shoots up for no apparent. Oh, it's 746 now, but it does fluctuate. It goes up and down sometimes. Sometimes it'll go up by 4, then down by 3, and you think, what have I done? I mean, my Father's Day beer haul has got 172 views here, and that's paltry compared to a lot of channels, but you know, it's interesting to see what is interesting to the general public. And it's interesting to me that certain beers and certain wines don't get bigger views than others, and yet I review them all in the same sort of way, you know, trying to be somewhat interesting. I suppose it depends how drunk I am at the time. Oh, so I've got to say, getting back to the actual reviewing, you know, it's going down a treat. It's crisp, it's refreshing, it's got a different... That sounded like my gazebo was ripping apart. It's got a different twang to it than other lagers. So I understand now where they're saying that it takes you a little bit to get used to it. But to me, because I drink real ales, I'm used to twang, you know, different twangs of different tastes. I couldn't tell you what it was because it just tastes to me like a normal lager. But what I can say is that twang to it, that bitterness or whatever it is, it's actually really nice. It actually makes it an interesting lager. Sometimes if it's too smooth, it can make it boring. So to make it interesting is a good thing. 15 minutes, bloody hell. I do yak, but I don't really chat at work. So do a lot of hours just thinking to myself, overthinking. That's seriously not the thing to do. I take the smallest thing, turn it round, and it becomes the biggest issue. And you know, it's hard explaining to people with anxiety and stress and that how something so small can be so devastating. And yet sometimes stuff that's devastating doesn't hit me at all. Weird, isn't it? That was awesome. And like I've said many times before, with any alcohol, drinking that alcohol at the right time can make that alcohol be absolutely fantastic. If it hits the spot, if you've had a long hard day at work, you come home, you see something, you think, oh, I normally won't even bother with it. I thought, oh, I'll crack it open, drink it, and you think, bloody hell, that's fantastic. And there's always something that absolutely hits the spot. Tonight, Tyskie has absolutely walloped the spot. The lovely light malt, golden coloured lager with a white head, good lacing, and that malty, typical lager taste, but with a twang. And it's I know obviously it's a big bottle as well, so I'm feeling chilled, shall we say? Not drunk, obviously, but certainly chilled. It certainly took the edge off. Feeling better, and yeah, it's going down beautifully. Oh well, it's gone down beautifully. So out of 5 then. Tyskie, I have had it before. In fact, I had 2 bottles that the old bloke who I was telling you about gave me. I drank one. I did actually like it. I didn't review it. I didn't do reviews at that time. It's only a recent thing. Since 2018 I started doing reviews. Yeah, we're nearly at the 2-year mark. Went very slow at the beginning. Jesus Christ. 1 or 2 views in a week. But obviously, like everything on YouTube, unless you're controversial or you're doing about a certain thing, or it's certain things that are viral, it will go up immense. And hopefully one day, you know, but then again, it's going viral the best thing, because people come out of the woodwork and start slagging you off. And obviously people that know the real you, if you sat through every one of my reviews, you would know more about me than most of the people I've ever met in my life. Because obviously I do spill the beans about anxiety and things like that, and tell stories from the past. Some good stories though, because obviously working on a public park you see a lot of life. But anyway, back to Tyskie. Yeah, couldn't fault it at all. Fantastic. I can see why it's got a very good reputation. Out of 5, I want to give it about a 4.4 out of 5. It really hit the spot today. I'm saying, it's a hot day. I've just had a long day at work. I hadn't had a spark to eat yet, so I'm a bit peckish. And it's just hit the spot massively. Just going to show you, at the right time, you know, a lot of beers that you may not touch normally would hit that spot. Just goes to show you. In any case, thanks for watching. Thank you everybody for subscribing, and we're getting near that. We're getting close, 250 something away from being able to do it live. And even though I did live when I was on about 30, which kills you really, because the live ones then got a lot of views. And obviously Google do what YouTube rather Google do what they do. So obviously when we get to 1,000, we'll have to sort it out so that we can do like a pub thing. Now talk shit for 3 hours, but we won't be trying just one. We won't be doing reviews. When we at that, we'd still do reviews obviously, but when we on that one certain that, I'll just sit down, drink a load of different stuff, have a chat to the people who are obviously online and live, and it'll be good. You know, in this strange coronavirus world, a lot of us do more virtual stuff, and yet, you know, meeting people online. And I used to, you know, obviously I've run a website, and we had a lot of friends online then. Never really got to chat to them face to face. And now with the days of YouTube, and a lot of the time when people comment, you can see their faces, and it's interesting seeing people's faces, because in life we've all got a story to tell. You know, we are all battling in life to earn money, to have a relationship, be it heterosexual, gay, lesbian, whatever. And we are all, it doesn't matter really what colour you are, you know, nothing matters. And colour means nothing. It's what's in the brain and that all that matters. And too much at the moment, in my opinion, has been focused on one colour. You know, just horrible things happen. In Reading yesterday, or was it the day before now, 3 people got stabbed to death by some fucking idiot. And, you know, some twat who's obviously, you know, doing his fucking thing. And, I mean, for me, he wants shooting dead. I won't fuck about. He's killed 3 people. Get the cunt, shoot him. But that's just me, you know. If, let's be fair, if he'd have come, stabbed my wife, I knew she was dying, I'd have killed the cunt on the spot. There's no issues about that at all. I mean, I'd have got whatever there was, whatever weapon I could get, beer bottles, whatever, even a bin. I'd have twanged the twat with it and knocked the shit out of him. And he would have seen the red side. And I'm sure people there, you know, I mean, what did they have, a knife? You know, I've been on the pot with a spade and some twats threatened me, and I says, what you've got in your hand's not going to compare to what I've got in my hand. I've got a spade in my hand. I could take your head off with a spade. And the brave person at that time backed off, because he knew I was, you know, obviously I was totally sober. I was at work. But this idiot knew I was not messing about. And you know, there's times in life when you have to, you know, sink down to, you know, their level. It's a funny old world. And anyway, I've took too much of your time up. If anybody actually watches these at the end, after I've already posted the review. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. And now I'm going to claim my free beers. Cheers.